Ew, I guess we're live, but I am still slightly setting things up. Trying to make sure that everything is a-okay. Which you never really truly know. Like, is my mic pointed the right way? Is it like facing the correct direction? Who knows? Um, and lastly, let's just check the stream and make sure that it looks all right. Turn on my controller, and we're ready to start. Yeah, that cough was probably very cool. Hey, okay. I already got the weekly grant, author medal for this week. I'm just like looking at things that I can do. Ooh, there is a track of the day. Somewhat, I do want to stream track of the night, but like 7 p.m. can be somewhat difficult for me. So let's jump into the campaign. We have 7 left. I don't know which one I want to go for right now, but I think this gold is probably going to be it because it's the one that we're the closest to getting. And hopefully it doesn't take too long. If it does, then not great, but it is what it is. See, our personal best is 207. That's already a very long one. Excuse me. And we're 3 seconds away. This is going to be the 4-lap multi-lap one, I believe. Where we go like this. Do a small release. I was trying to get a better angle for that, but we just got to warm up a little bit. Like, we can stay on the outside, and that gives us like more speed, but because we have to turn so sharply, can't actually use all that speed. It's a quick drift, but you can see our speed is super low right now. So let's see. Yeah, and we're like a second behind. Let's just finish this run just to see if there's like any small improvements that we can find. I think you want to hit that like as sideways as you can. And the our speed, we're really slow. But we did have some good speed here. Try to stay on the nose. See, that's the thing. Like, you want to stay on the nose, but you don't want to flip over, which is kind of hard. And then you get that extra speed, which should hopefully translate into a better line. It should hopefully translate into a better line. Okay, there we go. And we're already saving like 0.3 there. That probably wasn't the best line, but we'll take it for now. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, that would have been really good. That would have been really good. If we were like straight. Nope. We're trying to do a brake tap right now to like stabilize. Yeah, our speed was bad, but if we got it a little bit better, we'd have a ton more speed here, and that should translate. We need to get a better angle there, but we're gonna continue and just try to do better. You can see that we already lost like any advantage that we have. We're gonna have to do each of these like 4 laps like pretty cleanly. Yeah, like 2 seconds behind. This is not my favorite map. Yeah. Can't get any more speed than that since we can't stay on the nose any more than that, but yeah, you see, that's like the type of turn that we actually really want. I say that's another 0.3. So if we're able to save like 0.3 on each of them, it doesn't get us to the What's it called? That doesn't get us to the full 3 seconds that we need, but it does bring us a lot closer, like probably like 1.2 seconds, and we just have to find the other bits elsewhere on the map. I think it's gonna take a lot of like practice just to, like, get this like correct. Ooh, if we had that like better, that would have been a lot of speed going into that. No, we went too low there. Too low again. Okay, we're gonna try to take this next one, unless like we crash. Oh, that was half a second faster. That makes me think that we might actually be able to get all 3 seconds almost entirely here. But we just have to like aim that correctly, which, because I'm not great at dirt, might take us a bit to like fully get. You can see the grinding stats. It's not like all the time that we spend on this map, but it is very close. Straighten out to get the speed and turn. Look at that, like, that was actually bad and we still did really well. Like, we still like, we're ahead by quite a bit. I think we could get up to like maybe even like 0.7 in the beginning if we're careful. Just inside, straighten out. Oof. Okay, I think we have something there at least that can like give us like probably a pretty good PB as long as we don't mess up the rest of the parts. Let's see if we could start though. Pretty low, straighten out. I didn't like that like small bit of airtime, but we'll take it. I nose bugged. Like that was actually my first nose bug, which I think was pretty cool. But like that's not where we want to get it. Trying to also keep speed, which is like a little difficult. And we lost too much speed there. But we'll take the start. Try to continue and get a good run. Come on, that's not what we want. What we want to see. And did we? Okay, we'll continue it. Not the end of the world. If we were in just a little bit more, we could have passed the PB Ghost. Another touch. Yeah, we just have to get it good, like all 4 laps. Then we'll be good. See, we're 2.7 behind. Ended up 2.5. Yeah, so okay, we're definitely like there. We just have to make sure we make as little mistakes as possible. So close. So close again. And that was with the crash. Okay, let's see. Come on, that crash hurts me so much. I'm gonna continue just to get the practice. Yeah, that was definitely a better turnaround, but we want to pass this. And we're going to do good here. Ghost has more speed, but yeah, see if we could get that better. Ooh, come on. We had way too much speed, but that was actually really good. Like if we could get that like each lap, then we'll easily clear this. Cause like we're like what, like 11 seconds behind first place. So that means that there's a lot to go. I'm just trying to get like a little bit of a PB, like even 1 second would be nice. I'm not aiming that correctly. Let's see if it's survivable at all just by going wide, like no drift. No, it's not, but going wide might help us. And just a little bit better. If we keep the speed though. Hmm. That one hurt me. That one hurt. That tree hurt me. Not too much less speed. Good start, just couldn't hold on to it. So close. And we just gotta think about it. The other maps took us like 30 minutes, so you know, this taking us like this long is not that bad. If I didn't get that touch, I would have been so happy. But we'll continue. Just make it around. That wasn't that good, but we'll take it. Let's continue. Just one last decent bounce. I had to release just to get around, which I don't like, but okay. First PB, and it wasn't a bad one, and we know we could definitely do better. Oh, we're not that far off now. We are like 0.5 off, which is like, considering like that we didn't do that great, is super doable. Like there was that one where we're basically flat. It's so funny, like when you go like why? Because you're like, hey, gotta like focus, gotta focus, gotta focus, and then it's like finally got a PB. See, let's just continue with the session. I think we can get it in like maybe like a few more runs, but who knows? But now that we have a good ghost, we're really gonna have to be careful. I say good being like super relative. Yeah, we have more speed here, which means that we could potentially do better here. That wasn't good. Let's see if we can get this any better than we did. No, we still lost like 0.3, but we had more speed going into here, which will very likely translate to more speed. Like even here, we have more speed than our ghosts, meaning that we could have done a lot better. Yeah, like 0.3. Okay, so we just like literally that second lap, we have like so much to gain. Okay, we want to start drifting maybe like a little bit later, and then we should be able to make it around like with full speed. Ooh, that line would have been pretty decent. Like I'm wondering if I could get more speed there. Drift late. So close. That would have been 34 more speed, which would have definitely translated into like some time saved. Interesting. I was expecting our notes to be down even more there, but it's fine. Oh, that was terrible. That was really bad. Ooh, interesting. I went way too wide there. Oh, that hurts me. Hmm. But that second, we have like so much to gain that even if we're like half a second behind our ghosts, going into like or getting out of the first lap, we could go like we still have like so much to gain. So mistakes can be made. Okay, let's see if there's anything we can do better here, just to make it easier on ourselves. Oh, interesting. We go very wide with like a minor brake tap there and probably still make it. I had to release. I had to release. I hate when I have to release. See if there's anything we can do better here. Nope, we went way too sideways. It was close. Okay. Nope. I let go of left a little too much. Crash. Something stats say that I'm doomed. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like I gotta slow down. I'm not used to it. What happened to my line? I feel like I just lost it. That was bad, but we could still continue because we know how much there is to be gained like later on. We're like, yeah, I was say like we're 0.5 behind now. Okay, let's see if we can clean this up. Take that for now. lost all of our speed. That's just how it goes. Ah. Having to do this like 4 times in a row is like what's difficult. Like when you get it good, you're just like, oh, okay, now you're on the run and you feel like the pressure's on. Yeah, I didn't even do the drift correctly there. Okay, just get out of my own head and continue. At this rate, it'll take us about like 3 more hours to finish all the maps. That's not even considering that we haven't even done the hardest ones. Like we lost some speed there, but that's fine. Just take it 1 lap at a time. Our ghost is probably faster, but hey, if we get a PB, we get a PB. Okay, maybe not anymore. Again, another nose bug. Like I've never gotten a nose bug before, and I've gotten 2 today. Small crash. Yeah, I had to release to try to make that, which I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Like it's either you release or you hold the drift, and then you're much slower. The idea is if I could continue with that like 24 or like 38 like speed that we're seeing, that could translate into a lot of games. But right now, not getting what we want to see just yet. We're way too low there. Yo, what's up, Ghost? Good to see you again. How you doing? Take that. Like any start where we're about equal is good. Darn. Yeah, I felt that I had to release there. You worked on the That's house yesterday, right? I imagine because like construction that's gonna take more than just a day, and you might have also done it today. But want to ask how that was. Ooh, that does not sound good. Um, yeah, for me, I just been working. This is a good start. I'm now in focus mode. And that didn't help. Let's just finish this out to see what our time would have been. One 1.93. Yeah, I no, like I feel like my worries and like troubles aren't terrible. Like considering it's mostly just like going to work and then it's weird. I feel like I sound weird. But going to work and yeah, just trying to survive, especially like with everything that's happening in tech. Um, like my company's stock has like done pretty poorly for the past like I want to say like year, like maybe 6 9 months, and so like one of the current stressors is just like, oh cool, like if it goes down low enough, I wouldn't be surprised if they do like layoffs. So just trying to make sure that I'm safe, but like past 3 years, that's kind of like how it's just been in tech. Um, other than that, it's like yeah, just hang out, have fun, and like one of the things I'm trying to do this year is like try to do more of the things I want to do rather than like just work because like I hate having to feel like I have to work. That's why like the ultimate goal would just be like, hey, get to the point where I don't have to work. Ooh, it's not really about it getting like flooded right now. It's more like the layoffs. Like 2023-ish, like was the peak of hiring. I want to say like no, not 2023, like 2022 was like the peak of hiring, and then like they kind of stopped and then just did like an abrupt like about face, and then started laying people off. But you know, they're companies, they have to make money, but for the tech workers like me, it sucks. Luckily, I was able to find it. Like I was laid off like back in 23, but I was able to find a job. I know people who are still kind of struggling to find like gainful employment. I mean, like, yeah, that is like the story. Like for me, I didn't necessarily like turn to tech because of that. Because like, I guess I kind of did. Uh, what's it called? I'm trying to remember. Like I did my first internship and I found out like what other people that were in my field were making. Uh, like electrical engineering and whatnot compared to like being a software engineer. And I was just like, oh, okay, software engineering's for me. Like, I think I'm somewhat lucky right now in that, like, if I did get fired, I might potentially be able to like go for a senior role. And like companies are still looking for people like that have that level of skill. So I would hopefully not be out for as long as like last time. But who knows? So close. I mean, I also think that like, like, it wasn't the worst idea. I was one of the tech bros that was like, "Hey, you should learn to code if you can," because and I still think that you should. The world as it is now, I don't think ever goes like back to the point where like people who know how to code like no longer have value unless like AI really does completely take over, which I don't foresee for a while. I think like right now we're in the period of like how do we actually like work with these systems and like trying to get better at using them. Another decent start. Let's see if we can hold on to it. I had to let go, but we have more speed than our ghost, which is good. So let's see. Of course, I messed up. I hear that. I will say, like, depending on the role, one thing that it does allow is they might provide you with a stand-up desk. Yeah, definitely. Like I think I was talking with my sister and like she was like wondering like how she could upskill a little bit. Like so like maybe she becomes more valuable at her company. And I'm like the way you guys are like handling like your intake forms like at work is something that could definitely be automated like somewhat. 'Cause, like they get emails and then like each employee like has to go through like a shared inbox and then like grab like a piece of work for themselves. I'm like, you could just assign that automatically. And like if done well, like, maybe her company will find value in that. Maybe it saves time and no, gives her something else to put on her like promotion docket. And again, every time that I do well there, I kind of mess up. lower speed than before, but more speed here should translate into a good turn here. Decent turn here. Straighten out here. Terrible turn here, but we have more speed, so we'll take it. Hey, that's another author medal, so I'll take that. Oh, I hate this map so much. 36 minutes since we started, but AT. Um, yeah, no, I hear that. About like optimizing that type of task, but it's like, yeah, like if they don't recognize her for it, then I'd say like, yeah, you probably need to find like different avenues in trying to like, quote unquote, like upskill. Just go with this next one. But like if she does like well enough, like maybe she actually finds out that she likes like trying to automate stuff and whatnot. But at my job, I feel like I should be automating more stuff. But like the tasks I get like leaves me. Oh wait, no, I think I know what this one is. Leaves me like no time to actually get to it. Just do one complete run through here, because this is going to be a very difficult one. We at least want to get gold here. Our angle is bad, so that's why we're sliding out. Oh, that's a terrible respawn, in my opinion. How do you... This might not even be savable from where I am. I could just like... I really want to finish, like... Just jump up, but let's restart. The other thing though, like if most people can stand it, I'm just like, you hear about the salaries, and I'm like, my opinion is like, if you can make that for like 2 years, like what's sometimes like a couple like multiples of like what you're currently making, it's hard to say no because like it'll just put you so much further. That is terrible. I do not think I'd be able to endure that. This map is difficult. Surprised I even got silver. I also feel it's like one of those like things where like people just don't know how well they have it these days with some of the games. Yeah, and then this is where you rotate, which is like where I mean, big props to you for like, not being what's it called? Like um not tempted because I'm pretty sure at some level you're like, maybe, right? But like not giving into temptation and choosing peace instead. I almost remember that. Okay, so last time I actually started to turn a lot later. If somebody put like double the amount of money that I'm making right now in front of me, I'd probably be more than just seduced. The one nice thing for me is also just like the opportunity to like grow and potentially like take on uh like bigger projects. Though I'm really wanting to just like, ooh, you could probably like jump that entire thing if you're fast enough. But take on bigger projects, learn more. Like one of the things I'm pretty sure I don't want to do is like be a people manager. But who knows? Maybe I'd either be good at it or actually enjoy it. I I wonder, do I have to go all the way? A slowdown, absolutely abysmal. uh, a simple man with simple pleasures. Uh, for me, I just dread the idea of having to work for the rest of my life. So I'm like, hey, if I can earn more money now, and enjoy it, like that's like the other thing. Like I need to be able to enjoy it too. Like enough money to like store away and like do some traveling. I remember correctly, like like you said that you went to Japan quite a few times and even speak like Japanese. Um, but like if I can like just take my trips, um, and squirrel away some money so that way I don't have to work until I'm like 90, I'll be happy. But that just means I have to earn like more than if I wanted to like I didn't mind working like till I was older. Either that or be lucky with investments. Ah, okay, yeah, that's what it was. I mean, I have like one dream that I know if I actually want to do will be expensive unless like I get into some countries like space program, which is like I'd like to go to space one day. And I don't know like when it's actually gonna get cheap. Like, there's always a promise of like, oh yeah, it's gonna cost like less than a flight or whatever, or like the same as a flight. I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's probably gonna be like right now, I think the cheapest to like even like get to the Carmen line uh is like 250,000. So I can't see it like probably getting less than like 10 to 50,000 within our lifetime. So being able to do that without like worrying about the cost too much would be nice. Either that or I just finally try to go for a PhD and up my chances at being selected. So close. That was a bad turnaround, but let's just see. Yeah, like 3 seconds faster. Yeah, I see your breakdown, but even like now as like prices like rise, um, like you have to be lucky with like your investments or invest like for a really long time to like make it worth it. Cause like $1,400 on rent or a mortgage, especially like where I'm at right now, is like pretty low. You can still find some places, but like you're gonna have to put up with more. So we can definitely get gold with that turnaround. But I don't think we can get author time with it. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say like if you have like royalties coming in, then you'll probably be like more fine because I imagine that they'll probably scale with inflation somewhat. Like unless I come up with something like really cool, my thought process is that I'm not to rely on my investments. That's why like I started like investing like as soon as I started like my first job. I was just like, okay, got to make sure that I'm investing in the stock market. But I think I've made a few missteps. Um, like one thing I would do differently is probably just continue with stocks and like not get a house as soon as I did. Like I think if I asked like most people, like when I did get it, they would still have suggested like, hey, get a house if you can. It's like a store of value and whatnot. But the amount of upkeep that like can go into it is like really high. Don't like that turn. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, so one thing I did was like I thought my car payment was like too high. And it's a car that I would have owned and I could have like kept for like longer, but I was just like, I would prefer to like bring down my payments to like reduce my stress. So right now I am leasing, but with the idea that like, well, one is like I use the money that I was saving from before to pay down debt. Um, because like just like my car payments like monthly or less, and like so is my insurance. So I did that just like reduce like the monthly amount that was like coming out. But yeah, I do think most of the time it is probably like a worthwhile one, but like you have to intend to want to stay there for a while. One thing for me is I think that like I am more of a somebody that likes to like not like move around a ton, but like be able to freely move. And having a house just means that like, hey, if I ever wanted to move, it's just gonna take uh it's gonna take some time. No, I know you understand. uh Personally for me, like with leasing, it's more so about well, it depends. Like if you get a car that you know that you want to drive for the like, 10 years, then or if you have a car in mind that you want to drive for like 10 years, then you should probably just buy it. But as someone who didn't start driving until like I made this jump, just barely. But for me who didn't start like driving until like after I got my first job, uh I didn't really know like what car I want to drive. Like so on like you could say like a car bucket list, like cars I've wanted were like I want to try a Tesla, want to try a Jeep. I would love to try like one of the 90s like NSXs, like the Acura NSX, which is a supercar and would be like a lot more expensive. So I don't think I am anywhere near ready. Um, but what else? Like oh, and a Corvette. So like right now having like um driven a or owned a Tesla for a bit, driving a Jeep currently, it's a great opportunity just to like try out what type of car that you would want. Like I now learned that like the Jeep for me, I'm like if I had multiple cars, it would probably be a second or third car. But like as like my only car, I don't really like it. It's big. And it's not like the most fun to drive. There's a lot of like wind noise, and I feel that if I'd like bought it outright, I might not have like realized that or even thought about it too much. Yeah, I do agree like with the philosophy of generally like buying used. I think like or like a cheaper car. I think like my next car will definitely be something that I either like pay mostly out of pocket on or have like a very low monthly payment. Here's the thing though, like I was able to take it on some road trips and here's the thing, if you lease it, then you have to worry a lot less about the repairs, which is nice. Like I had to take it in for a check engine light like literally this past week, and what's it called? Um, Pay nothing out of pocket because the dealership has to take care of it because of lemon laws. I mean, given like some of like the things I've seen like on the dashboard of my Jeep, I would tend to agree. So like I'm driving the hybrid version of it just 'cause I was like, hey, hybrid, I might be able to like my office has like electric vehicle charging, so I'm like, I could actually just drive to work, like or like s- one of my trips to work can be paid for, like one way, I should say. Um, so I thought that was cool. Um, but yeah, if like I said, if I had to go again, it would be like not my first car, just like the road trip car or something. Just want to see if I can get gold. so, so close to gold. I think it also depends on like how much you like to drive to, or like how much of you enjoyment you get out of it. Like, 'cause, like personally, I want a car that's like somewhat fun to drive. Ooh, decent start. This is the jump. Feels like I just can't get around to it quick enough. A lot of newer trucks like do look nice. It's just that like I feel they're not worth the price of like a new truck. Though I can imagine like if you get something that's like like relatively like older, you probably still get something like pretty nice. Interesting, I couldn't turn. Yeah, I think that's where you and I differ. Like personally, I would love to have a car that I could also take out to the track and like race. Because another one of the things I would love to be able to do is some rally racing. Oh yeah, definitely. I remember my sister because like she came down from Ohio and like she had like one of the few cars like in the state that had like four-wheel drive. Um and that was like actually like a plus because like when it does snow and there's like ice and whatnot, like she's better off than most people. And given like that it seems like we've been getting like freezes here like more often, this is gonna be more necessary. I feel you have to tell me what you don't do now, not like what you do. I would love to try my hand at restoring car. I just know that right now I have like no time for it. Okay. I have the start pretty well. I just don't have that turn yet. And then like this jump. Here we actually did pretty well, but I think we're supposed to land in a slide, which is something I've been missing. And we're slower than our ghost, definitely, but that's fine. Mostly going for gold right now. 114, really bad, but that's gold. So like, are you just like, I guess, quote unquote, like subcontracting the workout to have like maybe like body shops and like engine specialists like look at it? Personally, like, okay, okay. Um, one of like, like again, like with like my wide range of interests, like one thing I really wouldn't mind doing also, not what am I doing? I would like to do is potentially converting like an older car to electric. I actually want to just jump back in to see what my grinding stats are for this. 23 minutes. Actually, that wasn't too bad, but it's going to take us probably like another hour at least to get to even thinking about author metal. Let's just try to get gold for now. But yeah, converting something to electric or like potentially trying to make it like just modernize some of the older cars. Like I know some people will call it blasphemy, but I think that like it could be very cool to have a car that like looks or like looks the same on the outside, but then it has a lot of the jump is hard. Um has like a lot of like the nice things that some of the newer cars have. Like if you can get away with it, backup cam, probably like more modern AC, power steering. and a nice infotainment system, depending on like where you're actually taking it. But like there's like some really nice highways that I would love to like to have like a nice like more classic. Okay, yeah. In all honesty, I wouldn't mind building a kit car. Also, I've seen some. That I'm just like, ooh, this looks really nice. And like, though, like one of the ones I was like more interested in, the donor car was like still like pretty expensive. Going. Okay, I remember that jump. Um, I mean, like, if I had unlimited time and money, like, I probably would focus more on like building a kit car of some sort. Um, as it stands right now, I don't think I would want to build a kit car. I would rather try to convert something to electric. I think this is one of the easier ones, but still difficult. Mostly because of these jumps. Um, I would say not necessarily so. Because like the way that I view kit cars is like they give you like the body, you select the engine, and then you could like put stuff in the interior. But like I would want it to be like an actual like older car. Um, so close. Ooh, that sounds like it'll be fun. Um, but like for me, it would be like maybe I'm trying to think about like a car that I'd want to do. And it could literally be any car from like maybe like a Porsche like 928 or 944 or even like a Corvette of some sort. Oh, I been messing that up this entire time? I think I have. Yeah, that's definitely it. I still think we have just different definitions. Like one of the kit cars I've seen is there's like the Rhino, and like it's not necessarily like in older shell, like because some of them are like custom like shells like that were purpose built for that. There is the kit cars like that I have seen. Like one of them was like Shelby Cobra. That is like like they retake an old design and then like just put it on a more modern frame. So like maybe I would do like uh Cobra, but the thing with some of these kit cars is also like if I were trying to go electric, I'd either have to buy one that was like purpose built, where as for like converting like just an older car, uh yeah, I think the issue with me is like I had one in mind, Like if you ever get a chance, you could like look up like the Rhino kit car, which is like not an older car. Or if you want to go like, oh, there is like I think it's like Sterling, which was a kit car, but it's like an old kit car. But they stopped making that kit a while back. But yeah, nobody actually did look at the Shelby Cobra, and I was like, oh, that could be fun. But it was at least from what I could see, like built for a gas engine. Close. Let's finish at least, even if it's backwards. Oh, I thought the company was defunct. I'm completely open to being wrong though. Is it like from the same like makers as like the old ones, or is it like other companies that have like taken their designs? Definitely do that turn better. Ouch. I was incorrectly, so no, maybe I want to start out at the top like that. Go low. Remember the jump, I didn't aim it correctly. Ah, okay. Interesting, that was slower. Trying not to slide also. See, the thing about like not having a kit car though, and like if you started from like an old base is like you get to choose basically like from what point you're starting. So like if I want to do the modernization aspect of it first, like I could do that instead. Or if I wanted to what's it called, like convert it to electric, then do that. Try. That did feel good. Can I get gold with that though? Ah, that's nice. I am the son of immigrants, so not much like left in the way of like family like leaving me classic cars. Maybe one of these days I'll find a I'll be able to like chance upon a barn find. That was almost good. Interesting. I went too wide, so oh wait. How do you aim that? It seems like it's actually nice that they did that for you, but you might have to drift at the end for that turn. That I still don't get a flat landing. No, I guess like one of the things is I still think that I'll be able to like get a Corvette at some point, even if it's like an older, more beat up one. That's just this feels like somewhere where you want to be able to neo slide. I have no idea how to do that. Okay. I think I'm learning how to do this better every time that I get around here. Okay. Fun. I'm actually not sure if that is a good price or not. mostly because I think like I've always felt like it's been so out of reach. I've like haven't like checked on like prices or like how valuable things are. Oh yeah, I've definitely seen quite a few like on Facebook Marketplace. Like one of my guilty pleasures is just like looking at what people are selling like used there. Just because like it's just interesting. And like one of the things I do is also look at like older cars too. So I've seen like some Datsuns, like 928s, 944s, Corvettes. I think I've seen some Mustangs, but every time I'm just like, it's not time to do that yet. A good start. Yeah, and just blew it with that slowdown that I did to try to survive. Let's continue because we still need to learn at the end. Keep forgetting that you don't go right, you go straight here. I think that's the best I've done that so far. Would have saved me 2 seconds. Ooh, another point where we disagree. Let's see, we are 2 seconds away from gold. I think gold is super doable here without any cheating. Um, I think I just like a lot of just older cars because um, there's just something different about like that time period. At least with the cars that were built. Uh, okay, go low. Try to survive this. I think I slowed down too much there. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds nice. And you see, and that's like that's the allure of owning your house. It's just like, hey, I could just have a place to like live and only have to pay taxes. Continue here, even though it's a little slow. Turn too much. I can see where you're coming from. If we held that, that would have been great, but we'll still take this. Just remember to go straight. Too much. So close. Yeah, definitely. Even for me, like I do quite a bit of like housework on my own. I remember once I had a plumber come out just because, or not a plumber, an HVAC guy come out, and then he was like, "Yeah, I could like clean this thing for you." Oh, I should never restarted that. I could clean like this thing out for you, or you could. I see that you do some work sometimes, so you could just do it yourself. Way too far. I know there's like definitely like a few seconds to gain here if I can learn how to do it properly. That was pretty close. Oh wow, 4 second difference. I mean, like one thing that I'm pretty good about is like keeping my gas like cost low. Um, I definitely don't spend that much on gas as a function of not going out too often, but also just like sh- that sucks. Just trying to save money. Though for me, I'm like, do you want to take another road trip soon? Oh, that was such a nice turn. Continue, but we don't like that too much. If we had survived, it would have been much better. Come on. Oh, I thought I had it that time. Just practice this real quick. Oh, that was too high. Thought I was aiming it correctly. I feel like maybe I could be wrong. Okay. Go too high, too early. That's not the worst thing in the world. 'Cause, 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 Too far. Yeah, I spend a lot less on gas. Um, I think I fill up like once every like 3 weeks, typically about like once every 4 weeks. But because it's like a plug-in hybrid, I do charge at home, but I don't necessarily like keep track of like the charging costs like that granularly. I haven't been able to charge at work in a while, but like I don't go into the office too often. My biggest like gas cost is like typically like when I'm visiting my sister or something because she lives like pretty far away. It jumped about halfway up to limit airtime. I was trying to do halfway up, but the problem though is like if I'm not like parallel, I think that like I will hit the side of it and like go off. Or like the aim isn't right. I can try it again the next time I get to it. Rally's getting a lot more starts now. Yeah, we'll take the start. Not the best, but we'll take what we can get. But yeah, every time I fill up, I think it's about like $40 like for a full tank. And I am one of those monsters uh that lets my car go like below a quarter. You know better. I stopped a little bit, but still a second ahead isn't bad, is what I would say if we didn't immediately crash afterwards. Yeah, that's fine. I do like the idea of like what's it called? Being above a half a tank at all times, just that way in case you have like emergency, like you have to get somewhere very quickly, you don't have to worry about it. Even if it's not an emergency, like if somebody's like, hey, you want to hang out? You're actually like ready to do it. I've had times where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be there in like however long, and I get in my car, I'm just like, yeah, that's right, I need to fill up. And that always like feels a little bad. But I kind of like just the amount of time it saves me by not having to fill up constantly. I'm surprised I'm still ahead by that much. We'll continue this for now, I guess, because we're ahead. I'd rather be like 2 seconds ahead, but ahead is ahead. Yeah, you see like how I hit there? That's why I haven't been taking it like halfway up, and I've been trying to go higher. I gotta figure out how to aim it from down there. I might be good. As bad as it sounds, like I do understand that. Uh, um, luckily at least, so it shouldn't be too bad. I wish I could tell you how much gas was by me. Like 3:31. So that means like we got 2 seconds at the end. That means yeah, there's still so much to gain. Stretching my fingers for a moment. Okay, we're saying 0.73. I'm not jumping in enough. Yeah, like I think this might be what I tried to do like the first time, and like what I figured is like if you jump on the flatter part, it kind of like aims a little bit better for like when you get to the top of it. That wasn't faster, but it was a different line that we tried. We got more information. Okay, we want to jump like this. That way we can straighten out and hopefully get some more speed. Yeah. So close. Just want to see what this time would have been. Yeah, we would have been like 2 seconds faster. See, like that type of low jump is pretty good. Again, I wasn't high enough. It's to be like pretty high to get it. But you don't have to be like so high as in like what my PB Ghost did. Like this is too high. No, I never got a chance to. I actually want to try to do it like at some point, like on a stream. Not well, on a stream, but like specifically like when you're there. But it's like one of those things that's hard. Like I haven't even locked down a schedule yet for streaming. Let's see, even with the crash, how? Yeah, I know we're losing time, but we still would have been like 2 seconds faster, which is almost gold. Okay, we've been hunting this one for 30 minutes. So I am hoping that like if we're able to get gold and subsequently author on this, that will definitely help our skills. Like one thing that I would like to get done is like maybe not like this month, but if I'm able to like actually like stream consistently, I can actually like post like a schedule when I'm actually gonna stream. I think that's like something that would help. And then that way I can actually schedule it. It wasn't great, but more speed. Yes. Release just so I can make that. I'm hoping that helps. I know I was gonna jump like too far, but I should have just taken it. That was just sad. I hear that about like the amount of time that'll take. It's just more so like nah, that was a bad start. Most of the time I'm like, oh, I have an idea about what I want to do. Like on a stream. And like I'm thinking that like if I did it, it'd probably be like a stream where I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna stream like more random games. Um Not random games, like if I was like because I tried to stream for like at least an hour to two. Aiming for two just to like stream for that long. Like, I don't know if it's actually any good. I've actually heard that stream on YouTube for over an hour isn't necessarily beneficial. But I find like 2 hours is a good amount of time. So try to find like another game maybe to fill up the time with. Unless it just takes me that long to beat it. Oh, I almost timed that perfectly. Nope, too much. Yeah, that is closer to what I wanted, but I still had to slow down. Okay, the release wasn't worth it. Yeah, it does. I mean, like having you in chat and like just like talking helps a ton. uh, but I'll stream to 0 people, no chat. Like I find like maybe Minecraft for me is easier to stream with no chat. I'm just like, let me just continue on with my day. Would have been such a good turn if I held it. Though I'm probably gonna take a break from Trackmania, either after this stream or oh, okay. Uh, when that happens, I have no idea what that bug is. Um, but either after this stream or like the next one, just because I do think I could just like grind for all the author medals. I probably need like a break. And maybe even some time to like let my skills catch up to my aspirations. There. See, I'll just ramble by myself just because, like, if somebody does join, I don't want them to, like, I don't want the stream to just be quiet. And so I'll just be like, okay, just not to talk to myself. Come on, small PB. Yes. Yeah, and like right now, I kind of feel stuck. Like it's enjoyable to see like small improvements, but the fact that I've like restarted 74 times and almost only finished like 7, yeah, I'm probably doing this wrong. And that was with a 4-second respawn. If I didn't have that, I'd be 2.5 seconds away. But now we have a better start to look at. Not to look at, to compare. Here's the thing though, like I think that for me, like 10 viewers, like but consistently would be great. Like, or at least it's good enough, like to be like, hey, like you have your own small community of people that you play games with. Am I gonna make that? You know, I do have to drift. Okay, there is a little bit more time to gain there. So of course there is. Even more time there too. Yeah. I think for me though, like concurrent viewers would be great. You know, having like a decent number. But the biggest thing for me is like, ooh, can I get somebody to say that they actually would like to see my videos again and subscribe? Turned way too much in. Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's why I really wish that YouTube had a what's called like a raid feature, so that way I could find somebody like when I do have like a good day, and it's like, hey, here's some viewers for you that might also be interested in your content. Yeah, these maps just might not be right for the moment. Um, Probably. I know Lightning still stops by, and there was also Muckraker, who I haven't talked to in a while, but he also stopped by for the Minecraft, and I haven't like played Minecraft in a bit. But like they were the two that were following uh, the ultra hardcore journey, and I think Lightning might have stayed around for a little bit longer just to stop by, even though he wasn't interested in Factorio. If I remember correctly, you first came to a Factorio stream. Better drift also gains time. So more speed there. Yeah, no worries. I enjoy it. Enjoy it, appreciate it. It's like I want to play so many games, but there's so little time. Like I've been thinking about trying the space age, but I'm like, I don't know if that's like something to do right now. Luckily, I do this mostly because I like playing games, so it doesn't feel like a burden. Turn. Oh. French identity. 15,000 people have played. I'd probably welcome that. So close. Yeah, I hear that. There's this one game that I've been playing. It's called The Tower, and I've been meaning to quit it because it's more of a burden than it is an enjoyment at this point. Where they get you is like, "Well, maybe it'll get better." But I'm thinking that like after this next season, I'll probably like put it down, and then I could just see if they improve it, like or at least improve the things like I have gripes with. Um, but yeah, that game is starting to feel like a burden. The only time like games have ever like really felt like burdens is like when they're like closer to like the I'd say like live service or like gotcha games or whatever. Like sometimes like they're kind of cool. Um I feel bad if you've heard of it. It is so not worth it to download. It's supposed to be an idle game, but it's not really. To make any progress, you need to have a device that stays on like near constantly. And it like don't try it. Just recently, like somebody in the community was saying that like there might be a bug with the way that it interacts with the flash memory or the SSD like on like your devices where it's doing a lot of reads and writes, like to the point where it's like way above like let's say like the Apple recommended amount for a app or like whatever. Closer to jobs games, you mean like the games like where you have like the simulators, like where you're doing a job like Power Washer Simulator? 100% sure. Yeah, no, but back to the game and its problems. Um, but basically, reading and writing like much more than it should, and then potentially like it hasn't like to my the best of my knowledge, it hasn't destroyed anybody's memory yet, but it's probably definitely like lowering the lifespan of it. Not memory storage. Um, and because of that, I'm just like, oh, okay. I already stopped running it on my iPad, but like, might as well stop running it on my computer too. Honestly, mean jobs games where they feel like more of a job. because those happen too. Oh, do I have more speed there? Yeah, I do. Interesting. Why can't I get that? Like, I get locked out of the drift. Okay. Need to take a break from this map. Only one author? That one author was a good author. And one gold. Mm, okay. I don't think the tower is a crypto miner. Um, it does like almost require a internet connection, but you can play it like without internet connection. I've never like seen like the packets to see like if it's just constantly like I don't know like ping like the server back with like hashes and whatnot. Um, but it seems legit. Yeah. Yeah, that happens every once in a while where I'll find a game like that. It's also like, oh wow, that was a weird turn. One of the things I'm afraid of about like MMOs, because like one of the ways that like I feel like they kind of get you is like, let's say if you join like a guild or a clan of some sort, then you kind of feel like you need to support them. The other thing is a lot of these like the people that play it, like the people who are really into it, like take it very seriously. So like if you're not taking it seriously, they're like, okay, I'm gonna kick you from the clan, but to make progress, you need to be in a good clan. And that just always kind of sucks. Oh, slow mo. What did we get? Bronze. This is another game that I like quite a bit. It's called Warframe, and like I put it down for a while because of that. But now that they've added more story, I've been thinking about playing it again. Like I got to the point where I was just like, I want to get like a high mastery rank, which is just like it's saying like, hey, like how much have you like mastered like the weapons and like characters that you played? Um, and but the thing is, you just have to log in every day just to like do like little bits. And what do you mean by clan killer? Do you mean like you would just like go in and like destroy clans? Or every clan that you joined ended up like falling apart? Oh, well, okay. Sounds like fun. That's just like in-game currency or like real world currency. That because then it might have actually been a real job. I would have said at least points at me if I'm going slow. Here's the thing. It is a fantastic game, like Warframe, and especially what they've done over the past like what is it, like 14 years now? Like I always appreciate games that can like last that long and still find ways to like innovate. Like most of what I would say is like the live service like slop. I feel like it is partially inspired by like Warframe and like Destiny, like the originals. Like Destiny, less so now because it is quite a bit worse than it used to be. Yeah, that would have been 5 seconds faster. Still not enough for gold. It's interesting because like I think RuneScape is like one of those games like like you kind of always hear about, but like I never got into it. My cousin was like really into it, like growing up. Yeah. Uh, how times have changed. Okay, I'm crashing it too much. I probably played for too long. I'm gonna say, as always, like thanks for joining. And try not to not end it with this, but good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. If I don't catch you in the next one, I hope you do all right. And again, I'm gonna steal this from you. Rest well.